Okay, mini lesson. How do we maintain or consistently maintain a high win ratio in trading? Now, if you follow me or you've been following me for a while, you know that I try to maintain a high win ratio. I try to get 100% every single day in my trading. Now, I know I won't always get 100%. I will lose trades, but we should always aim for 100%. This always causes arguments with people, and my answer to them is, well, when you take a trade, do you want to win it? Yes. And the answer is yes. Everyone wants to win trade. You tell me one person that when they take a trade, they actually want to lose it. Nobody. We all want to win our trades. And we should try our very best to do that. It helps us both psychology and also helps us, to stay motivated by winning trades. We should at least try our very best and do certain things on the charts to maintain that the best we can. Now, why do I do that? Okay, first of all, two reasons, right? When I was learning to trade, I studied human psychology because I wanted to understand why every time I lost a trade, I'd get frustrated and chuck my laptop out the window, right? So I learned a lot from psychology about myself and the way I trade. I won't go in it too deep, but I'll give you an example because it's good for this topic right here on teaching you about maintaining consistency. I realized that our brain has two personalities, our human side and our emotional side. So our human side tends to make decisions based on calculated input. So for instance, you might watch me on my YouTube videos and over a while, you will decide that you want to join me, right? That is your human side making a calculated decision, right? Some people might watch one video and go, I need the binary destroyer. I need it now. I'm going to join Jamie. That's based on emotion, right? That's how most humans function. It's the same with trading. Why do we chase trades? Why do we over leverage? Why do we not follow rules? Why aren't we disciplined? All of it is based on emotion. And you need to understand, right? And this is why I always say I'm probably the best at teaching you to trade than most people on YouTube, is that you cannot eliminate that from trading. Fact. Right? Like if you're having a diet, for example, right? And you want to eat healthy, you're always going to have the urge to eat pizzas and burgers. You're always going to feel hungry, right? You cannot eliminate that. That will always be there, but you can only control that. Our human side, we can only control that. Like chasing trades, right? We are naturally going to want to chase trades. We're going to be frustrated when we lose trades. We're going to be happy when we win trades. You cannot eliminate that. That will always be there in trading. So when people say, oh, you shouldn't trade with emotion, you should be more disciplined, you should be more focused, you should be more patient, that's the wrong way to learn or teach people to trade, because that will always be there, right? Like I said, you're having a diet, you're always going to feel hungry. There's always going to be there. Same with trading. Those urges are going to be there, but what we can do is control our human side, right? Control our emotions. And this is about finding a balance with your trading, right? Every time I place a trade, I'm doing certain things to give me the highest probability of winning trades, okay? When we are trading, understand this, when we are trading, we are only predicting a move from here to here, right? How much money you make on that move could be 1%, could be 10%, could be 20%, based on your stop loss and take profit. That is a variable factor that we decide. And most of the time it's based on emotion, right? So when we are predicting a move from here to here, that's the move, right? How much money you make on that move is decided by you, and most of the time it's based on emotion. I want 5 pips, I want 10 pips, I want to get a 1 to 2, I've just had a loss, so I need to win it back, etc., etc., right? That's the emotional side kicking in. The logical human side, which is how I trade and how I function, is that, okay, it's a move from here to here. How can I maximize my profits on that move and make money on that move, right? Saying that I want this, I want that, is not a logical way of doing it, right? Because this brings me on to another reason and why I focus so much on winning trades is based on probability, right? As you'll know, and I will know, right? It is very difficult to make money in trading. If you have the idea that you can just take a trade, set and forget, leave it, and then just win, forget it, right? It isn't going to work, right? Clearly, and you know that you are, let's say you've got a nice strategy, 80% win ratio, 80 wins, 20 losses, right? A 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, set and forget. And after about 3 months, you're sitting there going, there's something wrong here. I'm break even or I'm slightly in the loss. Like something's not working here. And your human side needs to realize that there's something wrong here. I'm doing everything I should do, but it's not working for me, right? There's something different. And this is what I want to teach in this video, right, is that most people out there don't actually understand the probability game, right? What are the odds, right, from here to here? What are the odds that I'm going to be on the charts on this time frame, on this currency pair at this time, and I will perfectly get that perfect entry point with a tight stop loss, with a big risk reward, and perfectly predict this price movement, and I'll be able to do it every 1 in 3 trades and consistently make profit, and I won't touch the trade. It's just a set and forget. It won't work. Won't work. I'm sorry, it won't work, right? Because the probability is very, very slim. All of that is actually based on emotion, right? This is what you are deciding. It's not what maybe the market's doing, right? So on my charts in front of me is a very good example. And I'm going to explain to you why I do the certain things I do, okay? So this is Mogwai reversal. And look at this logic, right? First of all, I want a strategy that's going to be with the trend. Why? Because if it's with the trend, it's with the trend, right? It's with the market. If market's going up, I want to buy the market. Simple, right? That's, again, giving me the highest probability. It's going to be better than if I was selling against the trend, right? So I take this trade, Mogwai reversal set up here. I'm just going to use this one here, right? Bang. Okay. So Mogwai reversal strategy, obviously we're above the EMA. We've got a level of, I'm just going to mark up a rectangle just there. Okay, and I'm going to mark up a rectangle just here. Now, like I said, right, we're going to have to learn to manage trades, right? Same, we're going to have to learn to manage our emotion, right? You're going to have to do it, okay? You might not like it, but you're going to have to, right? You're going to have to push yourself to be a better person, right? What's the saying? That the success is from the work that you are avoiding, right? So changing strategies is avoiding the problem, right? You've got to deal with the problem, right? So as you can see here, this is, if I just bring up my chart so I can draw, right? Here we go here, right? So as you can see, we've got a nice uptrend confirmation, right? I'm allowing the market to come to me. I'm not speculating. I'm not guessing, right? I'm not saying, well, this is an uptrend. Well, I will let the market do an uptrend and then I will be able to see that, right? So it goes up like that there. It comes down. It creates a higher high. This is that typical uptrend, pullback motion. Yeah, you see that? Okay. So what we do here is we get our setup. Now, I'm fully aware this is a perfect setup. I know that, okay? I'm just using it as an example, right? So as price, I'm just going to pop this slightly there, okay? I'm going to take this trade. It hasn't quite come down to level, but I'm going to take this trade just to show you, right? So understand this, logical human side, right? Not the emotional side that I need to make 5% here. I need to make 1%, blah, blah, blah. I need to cover my loss. Logical, right? Uptrend, nice. So I'm going to put my stop loss out of the way, okay? I want it to be in an area that I am comfortable with, right? It's going to bounce off the EMA. I mean, this isn't a good example, but I'm using this, right? I'm just going to put my stop loss there, right? There we go. So by having my stop loss there, it's giving me the best probability of not losing this trade. Because like I said, right, I'm only predicting a movement here. I'm predicting an upward movement. The input now is coming from me, right? Like stop losses, take profit, entering the market, partials. That is what we need to work on. It needs to be based on human impact, not emotional, right? So my stop loss is out of the way because it allows this move here. It allows price bouncing off that support zone. It allows perhaps manipulation, right? Like this here, if you believe in that, okay? So that there is the best probability for me not to get stopped out, okay? It's not, I want a tight stop loss because I want to make loads of money on this trade. It's the stop loss is right. Now, the take profit. I always say a minimum 1-to-1. Okay, so 1-to-1, 6-to-8. There you go there, right? There you go there. Now, what I tend to do, this is a bad example, is this level here is a very important level because, you know, it might break it and continue an uptrend or into an uptrend, or it might come back down like that. Okay, now this level here is very important. Now, I'm not looking at the pips. I'm not looking at the risk reward. I'm not looking at the percentages, the lot sizes. I'm looking at structure. Focus on the structure and not the numbers, because the numbers is going to be based on emotion, right? If I said to you right now that this level here is most likely to get hit and you're going, but Jamie, that's only 5 pips. So be it. It's only 5 pips. You got to do what you got to do. If you don't feel like you want to take this trade, don't take the trade. Remember, we're only predicting a movement. If you feel you cannot make money on this trade, or perhaps it's not the best risk reward, don't take it. There's always more opportunities out there, right? But I look at this and I go, now I know the highest probability of getting hit is going to be this level, right? Now I can go for 1-to-2. There's no problem, right? You can go for 1-to-3. Go have some fun, right? But what I'm saying is we have to take profit out of the trade. We have to. It will help psychology going forward, seeing win after win after win after win. If you look at my trades here, right? I'll give you an example of psychology, right? Look at my trades here. Okay, that's today, 4 grand. Right, look how many blues I got. Right, look at my week. Okay, 135 grand. Now you're looking at that, right, and you're going, wow, look at all them blues. You're not actually necessarily looking at like, what was my risk reward, how many pips I made. All you're focused on is, that's a lot of wins, that's a lot of money, right? It's emotional, right? The way I trade isn't changing. It's the exact same every single setup, right? Everything variable is you, right? It's why you're not a consistent trader, because you're not consistently doing the same thing. It's based on emotion, right? It's like I said, right? Going, I don't know, somebody pulls out in front of you in a car and you get road rage, right? That's an emotional state. It's not logic. Logic would be like, great, move on. It's not the end of the world. Right? But you're going to be happy some days, sad some days. It's emotion, right? You got to deal with it, not have it control you. Okay? So when this trade starts to go up in profit like this here, right? Around here, I will take partials out of the trade. I will take 80% out of this trade. Fact. This here is a real key level to see if we break above it or below it, right? Now, what we don't want to do is price reverse, because we've done everything we can here. We've selected this winning trade out of 10 trades, right? We're on the charts right now. We're in a winning trade. Let's take profit. Appreciate that. Don't feel guilty about taking money. How many people, right? Think about this. How many of you lot have actually made a withdrawal from your trading account? None. I bet you 90% of you have never made a withdrawal out of your trading account. Why? Because you have that feel where it's like, I'm just going to compound it. I'm just going to grow it and grow it and grow it. But sometimes just take money out, go for a meal and go, I paid for this out of my trading profits. It is such a good psychological feeling knowing that you can do that, right? But most people won't. The brokers know that. The prop firms know that. I know that. You won't. And you'll blow your account, right? So listen. So at this level here, I will take partials out of the trade. I won't move my stop loss to break even. Why? Because I will get stopped out on trades based on spread, right? I mean, look, see how it's wicked down like that there? If I just go like that there, you see how it's wicked down? That can literally stop you out at break even. So don't move your stop loss. It's not worth it, right? Everything I'm doing is a high probability of winning this trade. I've already took profit on this trade. I'm already in profit, right? Trust me on this one. Listen. Okay, now as price goes up, you can start to take more partials out of the trade. You know, you can take 50%, 60%, 70%. What I tend to say, because people always say to me, how much money do I take out of a trade? Sometimes you've got to look at it and go, if I get stopped out now, how much money can I take out of this trade where if I get stopped out now, I will still be in profit? There's your answer, right? So let's say you're $100 in profit, right? If you take $80 out of the trade, leaves $20 open. That means if that $20 goes all the way back down to stop loss and stops you out, you've still made money, okay? The other side is that $20 could go off flying all the way up, right? As you can see there, bang, the MACD's gone overbought. I got that perfect. Right? That's where I get out the trade, okay? And that is a perfect setup. Now, you need to understand that in this scenario, that's amazing. Everyone shows you that amazing setup on YouTube. But not all of the time it happens, okay? That was the 5-minute time frame. If I was to look at gold on, I don't know, the 1-minute time frame, let me give you here we go. There's a trade. Let me go to the 10 seconds or something like that because I've been trading a lot of that recently. There's a trade there that I took. There was a trade that I wanted to show you actually here, right? I'm going to use this example here, okay? Now, again, bear in mind we're on the 10 seconds or whatever, spreads, etc. I'm fully aware of that. But I just want to show you the core principle stays the same. It doesn't matter if you're on the 1, 5, 1 hour, gold, currency pairs. The way you trade stays the same. Logic, human input, not emotion. Right. So look at this trade here. So, again, second pullback here. I'm just going to mark up this area of structure just here, right? This is a bad example, but it's like literally the only example I can think of while talking to you, right? So I'm in this trade here. Same again. I'm going to take this trade, okay? Stop loss, I'll put it above the low, just above the low, just there, right? Again, something like that. Take profit. Again, go have some fun, right? Let's just do that. I'll probably do something like that, okay? Now, look what happens. I have to take profit here. Now, again, if that's 5 pips, so be it. I've got to do it. Remember, I'm predicting a price move, not how much money I make on this trade, because that is always going to be changing, right? Some people might make 2% and have a tight stop loss. Some people might make 1% with a wider stop loss. That is human input. The setup is the setup. It's not going to change, right? The move's the move, right? But I can't say I want 20 pips because that's me deciding that's what I want. The market isn't going to do that, as you know, right? It just doesn't do that, right? The market's going to do what it wants to do, and we have to learn to control our emotions when it comes to trading, right? Based on human input, right? Facts. So we look at this here and go, fact, that's the best place to take profit. Now, what's actually funny about this trade? That happened there. Bang. Right? That happened there. And I should have took profit. You know what happened? I didn't take profit. You know why I didn't take profit? Because I wanted a 1 to 2 out of this trade. What happened? That happened, right? I got stopped out. And just to show you I got stopped out, if we go to here, some nice trades with the members. Here, you see these buys just there? That was that loss there because I broke my own rules, right? So everything I do from my entry point, from the trade that I take, from my stop loss to my take profit, from my partials, everything's based to give me the highest probability of winning this trade based on logic from my human side. Okay, so like this is a good example, right? All you lot are all based on emotion. I want this, I need to do that, I need this, you know, I've got a loss, I need to get this, I need to do that. You don't need anything in trading, right? You need to look at what the market's doing, and then we need to make logical decision making. That's why I consistently always maintain winning trades, because I go, boom, I'm in this trade, that's my take profit, bang, move on. You're not looking, when I show you my trades, right? You're not even looking. There was that loss at the bottom. You see the loss there, right? That I just showed you. The loss there, right? You're not even looking at the profit. You're just seeing the blues and the reds and you're going, wow, you know, you're making a lot of money. That comes from looking at the charts and learning the structure, learning the setups to take, not based on emotion. So to end this video, one important lesson. Emotions in trading, we can't eliminate. They will always be there. What we can do is learn to control it. So understand what you want from trading, right? Some people in trading are happy to go for a 1 to 5 with a tight stop loss, and they are comfortable having losses. They're comfortable having 3, 4, 5 losses in a row and then having that one win to win it back. If that's what you are comfortable doing, then fine. There's no problem, right? But some people are like, yeah, I just want to win. If you want to win, you've got to beat the system, right? You've got to be better than it. You've got to think, right, where's my stop loss got to be so I don't lose this trade? Where's the best area that this price will go to? There, that's my take profit. If I can get more out of the trade, I will, okay? But if I can't, boom, I'm already, you know, I've already made money, right? I'll give you, in fact, I won't show you because this video is going for 21 minutes, right? But I'll cover it in another video, yeah? So I hope you enjoyed that video. My name is Jamie Palmer. Thank you for watching.